Just to say, I've always been proud to be British and proud of our country. Just not proud of the treasonous, appeasing establishment that we have running it right now. And like Heidi sang, we do have words to change a nation. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Tracy. I am the mother of Josh, and this is Nicola, the mother of Harry, and we also are representing George. Our 3 children were murdered on the 26th of January 2018. Since that horrific night, the Met Police, the CPS, the courts have hidden the truth. And even at the Old Bailey, this is as high as it goes, they said the opposite to the evidence. Shame on the lot of you. Since last Sunday, we have travelled from London to Edinburgh and worked our way back down, and our last day is here now on this stage. We did that to try and raise awareness. Even if only 1% listen to us on our travels, that was 1% who will tell others. The establishment have betrayed the working class people for years. They are trying to portray our freedom. They portrayed our children, Josh, Harry and George, and everyone before them, including Tommy, including Melanie Shaw, and including Jack Walker, another cover-up, a man tortured by extremists and left to die. Don't believe the mainstream media story on that. Ask his daughter. And they are trying to portray our children's future. Thousands of our innocent people pay the price for their treason. They are failing to uphold the law and defend our people and country, and instead they appease the enemy amongst us. The main problem we have in this country is not just the extremists, it's the establishment, because they are as bad as the extremists, and paedophiles, let's not forget that, because they are facilitating it. Not one of us is free until we untie those shackles from the EU. It's a deprivation of our liberty. We survived before and we will survive again. The more we awake, the less they can control us. Britain is the land of our forefathers, and I will say foremothers, the land of the free, and we're not giving up Great Britain. Our integrity is of the highest calibre, and our actions will always honour those who have gone before us and those who stand beside us. We will do what is necessary to protect our people and our country. We have had enough. The homeless, the forced adoptions, the murders, the rapes, the army veterans on our streets, the struggle just to survive. We have endured for years at the hands of our merciless government. We are answering our nation's cries for help. Who is with us? As patriots, we will be the protectors of freedom and justice. I am faithful and proud of our heritage, a tradition of honour. Them gutless wonders in the establishment might not want to protect it, but we the people will. We will never falter. We will serve our country and we will not fail. They want to keep us tied into the EU, whether we like it or not. They will not ask for our consent. So what do you think they will do? What will they do to slowly get rid of us? But instead of them doing it directly, they have allowed terrorists into our country to destroy us. Our days of walking on pins and needles are over. The days of worrying about political correctness have ended. It's time to step on some toes and take our country back. This is British land, not European land, and never will be. I do not know how we are going to win. I just know we are not going to lose. Good presides over evil. A lion sleeps in every heart of every one of you. So rise up, lions. We are here with you. As Churchill said, if Britain must choose between Europe and the open sea, Britain must always choose the open sea. I would rather be the 51st state of America than a state of Europe. The Houses of Parliament should be called instead the Houses of Liars, Thieves and Traitors. Shame on the lot of you. Mothers, fathers, patriots, British people, stand with us against the tyrants that are allowing this to happen to us. Do not let our poor children, Josh, Harry and George, become your children. To the British Army, I'm sorry, but your country needs you now. To the police, have the guts like the Italians had and take your hats off and stand with us. I'll end this now with power to the people.
I think we should all give Tracy a huge round of applause. Oh, Tracy, Tracy! Tracy, Tracy, Tracy Blackwell! Right, before I get started, I want to thank Richard for letting me speak. I want to thank Marion, fighting for justice. Glenn for looking after me today, and of course each and every one of you that's turned up today, because we're all in this together, and mark my words, together we will change this country. Today I stand here before you in the shadow of Islamists in Trafalgar, the shadow of satanic paedophiles in Parliament, and of course in the shadow of those anti-democratic Remainiacs who are seeking to subvert the will of 17.4 million brave, patriotic Brits. So like I've said in every single one of my speeches, London, I'm here today to stand with each and every one of you to tell the Remainers over there, the jihadists in Trafalgar, that enough is enough. We, the British people, will no longer stand for our liberties, freedoms and our rights being eroded away by a corrupt establishment that is using elements of a political ideology to subvert us. The people that sit in Parliament are determined to block Brexit. So I'm asking you, are we going to let this happen? No! Our forefathers sacrificed their lives to preserve this country for the next generation. And I'm sending a message right now to the people that are seeking to subvert Brexit. Do so at your own peril. Now, before I finish, and I always mention Josh, Harry and George, because we wouldn't be doing it without them. These three boys were murdered on the streets of our capital. The police up there are covering it up, the CPS, the establishment, and we ain't having it anymore. So, Winston Churchill once said, if you're going through hell, keep going. And mark my words, we've been on some journey this week. We went from London to Edinburgh, Edinburgh to Glasgow, Newcastle to Sunderland, Leeds, Manchester, and we've finished off here today. We've travelled 1,000 miles and we'll travel another 1,000 miles to get justice for the boys, justice for Tommy, Melanie Shaw, everybody that has suffered at the hands of the establishment. So, together we change this country. Together we create history. And on that note, I say thank you and no surrender ever. Right, now, we've got, where's the labels? Where's mine? Rip it. This is what we think of political correctness. Rip it.
This is what we think of the word racist.
Islamophobia. Xenophobia.
To the European Union.
Fascist.
To Sadiq Khan, the quicker the better. And to treasonous, mate.
the whole establishment, I'm Emily, Harry's sister. For Harry, Josh and George, I will never forgive you, and this is what I think of you.
And one last thing, sorry Richard, to the mainstream media, who do you think you are, calling decent people right-wing racists or Nazis? Next time you call us that, expect 30 to 50,000 letters from solicitors for slander, because you're the Nazis and you're the real racists against us.
And to the Remainers over there, and to the Brexiteers, and oh, Tommy! Can we also say thank you to everyone that's donated today on the buckets? It means a lot. If you've not already donated, go to the Just Giving page, josh.harry.george, and help them, because we've got to raise 100 grand. If we can do it for Dankula, we can do it for Tracy, Ian, Nicola and Sarah. Thank you.